What is going on, guys? Hi, I'm Mr. Stowers, and welcome to my classroom. I know it's kind of weird right now since you can't physically be in the classroom with me, but we'll use this opportunity to look at the classroom that you will be coming back to eventually. So let's backtrack. This is 8th grade physical science, and here we're going to be talking about energy, astronomy, force and motion, genes and inheritance. It's going to be a fun year, guys. And though we're doing this remotely, I'm sure we'd have fun the same way we would have fun if we were in class. So what should we talk about first? Why not do a tour of the classroom? So this is my skeleton. His name is Hugh. Hugh Morris. Get it? Humorous? Like the bone? Because I'm funny. Oh my god. I know, stop. If you were in my class, this could have been your seat, or this one, or this one, or any of these, or this one, or this one. So don't worry about assigned seating because you're at home anyway. We're gonna head over to my other classroom for STEM. So in this class, we actually do all of our video editing, photo editing, and facilitating of the YouTube channel on these here computers. The other thing that we do in this class that's very different than other classes is we get a chance to fly the drones. Now the drones are one of my favorite things in this class, but in order to fly them, you need to pass the flight test according to the FAA. But we'll get to all that stuff later. But I passed my test, so let's go fly one. So we're gonna take one of these drones up. It's been a while, so let's see if she's rusty. Or if I'm rusty. That's always exhilarating. But anyway, let's head back to room 1. Some of you guys I've never seen before. Some of you I actually won't be seeing for a little while. And some of you actually know who I am, or you've had me in my STEM class and now you have me in science. Whatever the case may be, let me talk about myself for a little bit. First thing you need to know is that I love science. It's all around us. It's everything that makes us up. It's everything that we eat, everything that we do. That's science. Let's talk about some of my hobbies. I run 2 YouTube channels. There's my personal YouTube channel. Some of you have seen that before. And then I run the school YouTube channel with my STEM class for 2nd period. Spoiler alert, if you're in my STEM class, you're also going to be running that YouTube channel. I like to go for runs. I'm a marathon runner, so some class sessions you join may be right after my run. What kind of stuff do you like to do? I have a newborn girl. Her name is Ivy. She's the most adorable thing in the world. When she's not bouncing her diaper on my face and trying to crawl up my chest, she's doing cute noises and trying to talk. But enough about me. Let's talk about some classroom norms. So I manipulated my classroom norms this year because I know it's a strange time starting online for your first day. That being said, norm number 1, be on time. That means being in the video call by the time the bell rings. For example, if you were in my 1st period, that means you need to be in the call by 8 o'clock. Now we won't actually have bells that are ringing for you guys, so it's important that you guys stay up to date with all your schedule times. If you need the bell scheduled, there's actually one in the description down below. Norm number 2, when you come in the calls with your microphone muted. No one wants to hear your dog barking, your little sister crying in the background, or your dad watching reruns of the 49ers getting spanked in the last Super Bowl. Norm number 3, use collaborative time efficiently. Even though we are all online right now, it's important that we use our collaborative time efficiently so when we are in groups, we're helping each other try to solve the problem because we know that these computers can sometimes be a little distraction. Norm number 4, this one's real simple. If I'm talking, just please be respectful. This helps keep the class flowing so we get out in a meaningful time, and also helps Mr. Stowers keep his sanity. And last one, number 5, be honest, open-minded, and respectful to everyone. The internet can sometimes be a mean place, but I don't anticipate that's going to happen with any of my classes. Last but not least, if you have a phone, I want you to download these apps. I'm not trying to take up all your phone space. I'm trying to give you some tools that are going to help you out with staying on top of things. Number one, obvious, Google Classroom. If you don't have it on your phone already, it helps because you get notifications when I post updates. Number two, Google Docs. Working on your phone sometimes, laying in bed, you can knock out the homework assignment earlier. Third one, Google Meet, obviously. Maybe your Chromebook's not working. Maybe it's being used by somebody else. Maybe the battery died, but your phone's not. So use Google Meet on your phone so you guys can stay up to date on all the video calls. And last one, this one is probably the most important app that I use, the Remind app. The Remind app is a perfect way to message me if you have questions. I also send out announcements and updates through the Remind app. It works a lot like a DM, so if you guys have a question, you can just shoot that over to me and I get back to you guys relatively quickly. I always have my phone on me, so if it's easier for you to message me through like a text message feature, go for it. If you don't ever plan on messaging me, that's fine. Just keep the Remind app so you can stay up to date on all of my messages. And that's all I have. I will be using this YouTube to send you guys updates, so it's important that you guys subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on all the cool things that I'll be doing and anything that's happening in the classroom. Check your Google Classroom for the most recent assignment, guys. The science is out there.